Hey, what's up, everybody? I just want to talk about something I've been thinking about for a while, and that's about impressing women. And when you're talking about impressing women, I'm talking about impressing like attractive women, not just average women. When you're trying to do this, it can be very difficult at times because it's something you might think about. Like, you might spend a lot of money, a lot of time thinking about this topic and how you're going to do it. Honestly, I would abandon the whole topic if I were you. Just skip it. You're not going to impress them unless you have millions of dollars or you're very powerful or you have like a very strong social setting network set up where you have some sort of famous abilities. And other than that, you're not really going to impress women that much. I mean, you could have a really nice car on like the nicest, hottest rims. You can be really successful living in brand new two-story houses and brand new master plan communities. You could be very successful, but if you're not flashy with the type of cars you drive, if you're not driving like a seven figure type of car or something like that imported, then most women you're not going to even pop up on the radar. And that's not a big deal. Like I said, I don't think it's important to pop up on women's radar. I would try to avoid their radar as much as possible. But the reason why you're going to find so much difficulty with this is really, this is the point of this conversation, is what I want to talk about, is for really attractive women, most things just come to them easily, and they don't really have to go out and chase it or work that hard for it. When I was in the military, I used to notice attractive females always getting fast promotions, early promotions. They were always dating the supervisors right away, the sergeants, the enlisted lower, E3s, E4s. They weren't getting a lot of play. I was, but a lot of dudes like me wasn't getting any play because the women were chasing power and chasing entitlements and chasing promotions. And in order to get promoted as a young U.S. enlisted soldier, it's not easy to get promoted. It took me 5 years to make specialist promotable, and I've seen other people do it in two years. So it depends on how much influence you have and stuff like that, how popular you are, and how much people like you depends a lot on your military success. In most cases, there's always an exception to the rule, but what I've witnessed was that's how things were going down between 2000 and 2005 in the United States Army. But what I think is hard about impressing attractive females is, like I said, it's hard to impress them because they're not used to having to work for as hard as everybody else for most things they get. Attractive, well managed men come after them all the time, and they have access to the resources. Like, it's not like it's candy. They can go out to dinner all the time. They meet really confident, successful men all the time, and they don't even have to go out of their way to meet them. They're just out getting coffee, and some rich guy who's making a lot of money is going to come out and approach them and start dating them. That they probably have 10 at least 10 of those guys lined up at all times. So when you approach them, you're not. You got your Volkswagen Golf, like, you dropped, you got tinted, you got OZ Racing rims, like, yeah, you're killing it. You count millions of dollars every day too. But to these women, they don't see that. They just don't see your charisma for some reason. So it's really hard to impress them, and that's why I really avoid talking to them, because it's just most of the time it's just a waste of my time, and I don't like wasting my time. So in order not to waste their time or my time, I just usually leave them alone. If they really are interested in me, I do notice sometimes very attractive women will approach me. That does happen frequently, occasionally, sometimes not. But basically, if I'm gonna give a chick like that a chance, like, she's gonna have to show me something, because I've just been played and burnt too many times by those type of chicks. So they use and abuse and then they discard. So, not beefing on women. I'm just talking about real, true female nature and how it kind of goes down. And if you're a man figuring out like why it's hard to figure out why it's hard to impress them, that's basically the answer right there. I mean, they just want to be impressed. They're used to being impressed all the time by everybody's always trying to impress them. So you trying to impress them is just not a big deal to them. That's just the norm. So by you cooking steak dinners and all that kind of stuff, that doesn't impress them. Like, that's just normal for them. That's just pocket money for them. That's not a big deal. To impress them, you'd have to take them to like Israel or something like that. Like, you'd have to get on a plane and to really show these chicks, like really knock their socks off, you'd have to like have some crazy shit going down. Like, you'd have to spend thousands, like, geez. And it's just women really aren't worth that anyways. Like you could still get with these women by spending almost no money at all if you just have the right charisma. So if you're just not the most popular type of cat and you don't think women really like your nature and shit, like don't worry about it. It actually means like there's nothing wrong with you. It just means that the game is kind of rigged and you're kind of figuring it out and you don't really want to get played. And that's actually smart and that's MGTOW thinking. So that's what I got for today, guys. Hope this helps anybody.